Hey there. Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing? It's Monday night. I know you guys are as excited as I am for Senior Pet Chat. We've been getting so much more engagement from people as everyone has been telling folks about what we've got going on here. Every Monday, you get free access to a veterinarian to talk about senior pet stuff and other pet stuff too, not just the senior pets, but Monday night, it's all about the senior pets. So let's get over here. I think I just saw Emily. Hey, Emily, what up? Polar bears in the house. What? That's right. You're doing it. So tonight it's Senior Pet Chat with Dr. Croom. We're here every Monday night at 7:30, where we can discuss any and everything senior pet. Why? Because we love senior pets around here. We love their little grizzle grays. I just like saying that, if you guys hadn't figured it out by now. We love their little grizzle grays and little attitudes and everything that they have. Just letting us know they've been around for a while and they've seen it all. So, hey, Emily, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining. I want to say, let me see, do you have a senior pet, Emily? If so, go ahead and put the name of your pooch or cat or hedgehog in the chat. Even if they're not a senior pet, I still just want to know what you got. I may know, or if you don't have a pet, let me know too, but I'm just trying to remember. It's a little tough for me to remember some of my high school. This is high school here, okay? Polar bears in the house. Hard for me to remember all of your pet situations. So let me know what you got going on over there, Emily. It's really great to see you here tonight. What up, Robert Crazier Holmes? I'm saying it like Vitek, Tony, and Nicole always do on the Three Wise Pet Pro. Like, Crazier Holmes. Great to see you as always tonight, sir. I know you'll have some wonderful comments. You always have some comments about these topics as a senior pet owner yourself, I know. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Hey there, Jimmy. We got Jimmy Thompson in the house. Jimmy, if you got a senior pet, let me know what you got, okay? Emily, you said you got Pudge. Pudge the pit bull. Now, why is his name Pudge? Why is his name Pudge? I think I have an idea, but you tell me. Sometimes senior pets can have issues with a little bit of extra Pudge. So, you can always feel free to reach out to me if you need me. But Pudge is the cutest name ever. Oh, she's a fatty? Okay. Oh, I kind of caught a drift about that one. All right, so Jimmy's with us tonight. Emily's with us. We got Robert over here. All right. I think that's plenty enough people to go ahead and tell you what our topic is and get started here. Okay, let's see. Yes, we do. Robert said, gotta love. Oh, that was Bobby. Oops, sorry. Another Robert, but a Bobby. Bobby Jackson said, gotta love senior pets. That's right. Welcome, Mr. Jackson, another entrepreneur in his own right. And we are business partners in every sense of the word. Great to see you here tonight, Mr. J. All right. So, what is our topic for tonight? I did put it in the little description part, but for those of you who didn't see it, our topic tonight is, can senior pets detect storms and disasters? And some of those things that we, when we get to be a little older and our human side, what do we say? Oh, I feel it in my elbow. Must be a storm coming. Oh, my left knee must be a hurricane down. So, like we always profess to be able to feel these different changes, and so question that comes up sometimes, especially since I'm more so in the holistic realm, is like, do the senior pets deal with this too? So let's talk about it a little bit. Okay, so Jimmy Thompson, you said you've got Jax the bully, and he's 9 and a big old baby. Okay, that's how we love them. When they start to get into that senior area, and with the fact that you have a bully who's 9 years old, that's definitely in the senior pet, range. And he's a big baby. I love it when they're older, but they're just like big babies. Absolutely. I love it. Thank you, Jimmy. So again, we're going to be talking about, like, does this transfer over? The humans, they can feel storms and, natural disasters coming. You could go down the street and, Aunt Nellie is down there and she's like, oh yeah, everybody, batten up the windows, put everything up because I can feel it in my body. And I believe that. I'm starting to get up there in that over 40 range and I'm feeling a few things. I'm like, hey, what's that? And then it'd be raining the next hour. So I think the pets can do. One of the main reasons I will say that pets, yes, can detect storms, natural disasters, big major events that happen on the weather side of the house is because they naturally have a more widespread electrical field and emotional field. Okay. It's really important. We know that we all talk about, like, when our auras interact, right? When you're around somebody, here's our aura, and then there's another person there, and there's their aura. And if you get close enough, obviously the auras are going to interact. But if you don't know somebody, if you're in a group of people you don't know, then we're kind of staying spread out, so we don't necessarily have to interact. Pets, they can't even control it. Their auras and their energy fields are so wide already. That's why they can feel things so strongly. They can feel, like they say, oh yeah, my dog can definitely tell whether a person is a good person or whether a bad person or whether they've got some negative intentions. That's because our pets have that wide electrical field that is so much wider and farther reaching than ours. Okay. So that's one of the main reasons that I truly and strongly believe that, yes, senior pets can detect things just like senior humans can detect weather abnormalities. Okay. So some of the natural disasters we're talking about, things like hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes. There is scientific evidence that states that animals, and pets can predict these kinds of things. One example that I looked up and read about was back in 2004. There was a tsunami in the Indian Ocean. And during that time, so many people reported that their cats and dogs were acting agitated and nervous in the hours leading up to the tsunami. And one of the reasons that they thought that is, we actually have 4 reasons, and I'm going to see what my audience knows. Again, we got the teacher situation going on over here. When you're the product of 2 teachers, it helps do the teaching. Okay, so I've got 4 specific ways that we think that senior pets can predict bad weather and natural disasters. Throw them in the chat if you have some thoughts about how the pets can maybe sense these things. Let me know. I want to see what you know before I give you these 4 answers. Let's see who else we got here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, you did it. Okay, Emily. You didn't realize I was a holistic vet? I have not been doing my due diligence then, Emily. Okay. I need to get out there. This is something that I am working on just as an entrepreneur, finding my audience and making sure they know exactly what it is that I do. And with you having a senior pet, Emily, being a good friend of mine and living right up the street, the fact that you didn't know that I'm holistic vet, well, you know what? I'm going to smack my own hand for that. Okay. All right. So yes, you said you didn't realize that I was so holistic. This is great. It is great. It's a great specialty of veterinary medicine to be in. I absolutely love it because yes, I have access to all these holistic modalities. Certification in chiropractic. We got electromagnetic therapy, herb therapy, food therapy, massage, acupuncture, all of those things, right? But then I also have access to traditional medicine and antibiotics and steroids as well, so nothing's being left out. Sometimes we have to throw those traditional medications at certain disease states, right? We have some big inflammatory process. Boom, we got to get those steroids on board, okay? Time for the herbs later. All right, so in the veterinary world, that's called integrative medicine. Okay, we, maybe a focus on holistic, but still bringing in those traditional medicines. We're integrating everything together, and that is what the pets need. Okay, so now we're going to go over here and see if anybody has any thoughts in the chat about what the 4 different ways that senior pets might be able to detect bad weather, storms, natural disasters, and those kinds of things. Okay. Hey there, Pamela Joe Chapman. How you doing? Great to see you tonight. It's so great to have you come and visit with us so often, you and Ducati. Okay. All right. Very good. So I don't see anything in this chat over here. Let me look in this chat and see if anybody on my Dr. Croom Army Vet page side of the house had some thoughts. Okay. We've got Robert Crazier Holmes, who said smell and pressure. Woo! Yes, look at you trying to do a twofer, trying to get 50% of the answers just in that. Okay, very good. Yes, both of those are correct. The changes in the air, the pressure, as well as the scent. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add this next comment here because it brings that right on in, which is Dr. Pearson. Good evening, Dr. Pearson. Another holistic veterinarian in the house. Amazing. I'm so proud and pleased to be partnered with her. So she also mentioned about the pressure, right? A drop in barometric pressure. I almost said it wrong. A drop in barometric pressure ahead of the storm, right? You know about those storms, don't you, Doc? Also, changes in the wind direction. Perfect example of the cattle all laying down in the same direction before an impending storm. I didn't know about that, about the cattle laying down in the same direction. Now, this is the goodness of veterinary medicine, you guys, because you can have a veterinarian like myself, you can have a veterinarian like Dr. Pearson, who's on the line now, and we've done things in totally different specialties, and now we're coming together in this holistic realm. But she's had experience with horses and cattle. I've had experience with, chiropractic and, other things. And now coming together, it's like we can continue to learn. It's continuing education. That's what we always want to do. So thank you, Dr. Pearson. Yes, some of the ways that senior pets can identify that there's a storm or something coming up. Why are they getting all nervous? Like, what is it? Pressure is a huge one. Barometric pressure, those changes, they can feel it, and then they're going to start getting extremely nervous. So great job, Dr. Pearson. Great job, Robert Holmes. I appreciate that. You guys are both correct. And I will add something onto that, which is just the pets may display unusual or uncharacteristic behavior before this natural disaster. Like we already said, they become restless, anxious, agitated, right? The next one that we had here on the list was the one that both of them mentioned, which was the sensing changes in the air pressure. Changes in air pressure, such as those that occur before a storm or an earthquake, can be detected by animals with sensitive hearing and a heightened sense of smell. That was what Robert had mentioned. So these changes can again cause discomfort or anxiety, and then they're going to maybe start displaying some unusual behaviors. The third one is in general heightened senses. So senior pets may be able to detect subtle changes in their environment that are imperceptible to us. For example, they may be able to sense changes in the electromagnetic fields or changes in the Earth's magnetic field that occur before an earthquake. Okay. I know that I've seen shows, or maybe it was a documentary where they've got like a dog or maybe a cat inside of like a nursing home, and they kind of can feel, like a person is ailing or needs something, or maybe it's their time to go. I tell you, pets are so sensitive. Animals in general, so sensitive, and I love it. And then the fourth and final specific way that senior pets can help to predict bad weather or natural disasters is by their instinct. We're taking it back to the basics, their instinctual behavior, right? So, for example, dogs may dig holes and hide in underground tunnels before an earthquake. Cats might Cats may seek shelter in higher areas before a flood, right? So these are things that it's an instinct. They're going to do it. If there's a forest fire, the animals, everybody is going this way. And I'm going to be right behind them like, not stopping to ask no questions, okay? I'm running. Let's see. Yeah, so that last one, there's the instinctual behaviors, that just innate sense of self-preservation that all animals have. But then in the face of like imminent danger, they're really heightened. Their senses are really, really, truly heightened. So absolutely. So this has been great. So awesome. When it was raining and storming down these past couple of days, it made me think of this topic. I wanted to make sure that you knew that it's not just us senior humans that can feel in our little achy, creaky joints that there's weather changes coming up. Our senior pets can as well. So let's make sure we continue to give them the respect they deserve and continue loving on them. All right. So, I'm here every Monday night at 7:30. Where's my little banner? Here it is. We'll be here every Monday night. So make sure you come back and join us next week, but continue to follow the Dr. Croom Army Vet page here on Facebook as well as on LinkedIn, right? Because you don't want to miss a moment. We've got some courses coming up soon. We've got some new products that are all holistically oriented coming soon. Super excited to launch those things. Make sure you're following and you get all of our notifications so that you don't miss out. Appreciate you. See you next week.